We're doing it live. I have my iced tea. I have my little drawing tablet. I have the little gays that look at me through the computer screen. It's gonna be good. Tonight I'm going to be drawing more of the spooky little horse thing. Hang on. This guy, right here. This man. We're gonna try to finish him today. Or at least make him a little bit more detailed. I like everything that I've done with the window in the walls. I think that's very good. I like the color that I have here. I think he needs some kind of something to match the light reflection because he looks a little bit flat. Oh, excuse me. Ah. Sorry, yawning. Just exit out of a few things. Tonight we're listening to train sounds and rain for sleep. It's very exciting. Again, if you've never been to one of these streams before, these are typically very quiet, unless I start talking a lot. Very awkward. I'm sure that will be apparent very soon. But we're gonna draw this little guy. We're gonna have a good time doing it. Trying to decide, should he be here or I think that's good. Gotta get in with like a much brighter red here. Hang on. Yep. That's what I'm looking for. I think this has the same composition as this traditional painting I'm working on. This is not my first time drawing a horse coming through a window, which is a very weird sentence to say. Okay, this is getting closer and closer to what I want. I'm gonna make this reminiscent of muscle tissue. I think I realized that I don't know if I can. Oh, it's not gonna be anatomically correct to a horse, but it'll look anatomical enough to make it look real. At least that's what I'm trying to do. I have to draw... I think some... I don't know how to describe this. Bone? Patches of cartilage? Mm. Does the hand need to be there? That's the question of today. Hang on, I kind of want to, maybe render this out a bit. Yes, Peter, the horse is here. Peter, the horse is here. He needs to be, like, slimy. I don't know how to convey that. Maybe, like... I think having this layer on gives it a lot of deep reds. Which I think are good, but it needs like, something else. What is this? Oh, that was a previous attempt. Wow, looks crazy good so far. Thank you. I think, there's a lot of empty space going on here. Don't like that. Although maybe I need it. Maybe that space needs to be empty. Although I feel like I could add a little bit more detail. Is that a curtain? Like from the inside? Oh, I guess it could be a curtain. Although, like, this was supposed to be an interior, and this was supposed to be outside. I could probably make it a curtain. I just gotta look at this for a minute. Oh my god, I'm really cold. It's so cold over here in the Northeast. At least here in Massachusetts, it's like 20 degrees right now, which is cold. Good morning. I guess good morning to you. It's good night for me. Stuck in the 40s here at night sometimes. 40s doesn't sound that bad. It snowed yesterday. We actually don't get a lot of snow over here. Okay, no, that's a lie. We do get snow. We actually do get a lot of snow, but it takes a while, and a lot of it is just delayed until like July. That shadow makes sense. I feel like the edges need to be a bit softer. Sub-zero weather? since I started HRT, uh, and lost all of the muscle mass in my upper body, I'm just kind of cold all the time. Yeah, January snow. Like, oh, we have snowstorms here that, like, bury cars. I have vivid memories as a kid just, like, walking through the snow and learning that I'm walking on top of a car, which is kind of nuts to me. Hmm. Have you thought of going to cons, maybe? I've been to a few conventions. Conventions are like... So I've gone to PAX East a few times, and PAX East is very, very nice. Uh, I think I just have trouble spending money because, like, the going to conventions is already like 40 to sometimes just $80 to get tickets. And then I go there to just shop to spend more money. I've thought about tabling at conventions. That seems really interesting. Although I don't know if I have the energy to do that. Could probably sell prints easy. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I think generally what I want to be focusing on right now is writing books. I have a very, very deep passion for writing books. It's something I want to keep doing. I could draw some horror franchises. Almost forgot this stream. I didn't put out any notifications today. It's okay. I like coming on here and I like talking to people. It feels nice. It's not too overwhelming for me, which is really good. Alright, I gotta get, like, blood. Gotta get blood. Here. It's gotta be darker than that, though. Yeah. Hmm. How long was the train ride? Also, what is Comic-Con like over there? Mostly animation, films, and comics. That sounds nice. I feel like nowadays, if I were to go to a convention, I would want to go, just to meet creators of games or movies that I'm, like, going to the convention for. God, I used to go to conventions and have like a whole plan of like all the panels I was going to go to, all the stuff I was going to go to. I would never get to all of them in time. The plans would always fall through. It kind of sucks. I kind of like where this is right now. I keep looking at it expecting like more to add, and I feel like I'm just kind of adding small details at this point. It's troubling enough to observe. Which is what I'm going for. Should I have that outline or should I not have that out? I don't like it without the outline. It looks more natural. The unsettling is down pat. Well, I'm trying to emulate... I don't know why my brain does this. I just... When I see, like, empty windows at night, my brain immediately pictures, like, a little guy, like, sitting there in the window looking at me. Probably because I'm chronically paranoid all the time. I'm sure a therapist could probably break down exactly why I feel that way, but okay, I'm gonna try to get some like shininess, some like glisteningness. Does the horsey have an eyelid or is an artistic choice? I don't know. I don't know what this horse has. I don't even know if it's a horse. It looks like a horse. I certainly designed it to feel like a horse, but I don't know if it is a horse. I kind of liked putting the blood here, especially like streaks of it like that, because it implies it was like moving in the door frame, or it gives the illusion of movement as a, you know, as much as you can with a still image. I still think something needs to be here. Something needs to be here. It's too empty. Maybe nothing needs to be there. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Wagging that snoz around the window. Yeah. At least he has eyes. Yeah, having eyes is important for seeing. Oh god, it's like midnight. Okay. Well, I'm not getting off just yet, because I wanted to finish this, like, tonight. So that's what I'm gonna do. Technically don't have to be at work tomorrow until 1. So I can stay up late, but my medication kind of puts me in this very, very specific sleeping pattern. A setting back there or the rest of him? What would the rest of him look like? Hang on, let me experiment with that a bit. It would have to be darker, because it's like not in the window. Maybe. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of like this actually. Wait a minute. This is good. Men knock me out. Well, I have ADHD, and I take Adderall XR in the morning, and I typically crash. And this crash kind of like puts me in the habit of falling asleep around 10 or 11, and it's like 12 right now, so I'm really pushing it. But I really wanted to come on here because I just enjoy on here. Attack on Titan horse mode. He doesn't have skin. Just because something doesn't have skin doesn't mean it's Attack on Titan. Okay. I actually have a morph suit of human muscle anatomy. Maybe I'll wear that on stream one day. If it ain't a Titan, it's a peeled dino. It could be a peeled dino if you'd like. I'm trying to convey the feeling of what my intrusive thoughts look like. This is like me stretching my like horror muscles. I haven't used them in a while. I think this is approximately the third time I painted a horse in a window. I guess I just do this. Peeled dino. You must really like it then. I'm sorry, my ADHD made me forget what that comment is referencing because I got distracted. And I'm very sorry. Oh, you're talking about me liking horses in the window. I think animals are just weird looking. I think horses especially are just weird looking. And seeing them in places where they're not usually supposed to be is kind of frightening to me. I don't know, it triggers something in my animal brain to be very upset. Horses are very weird animals. They're also very sweet. Also very emotional. My friend Enoch has a horse. She's an old lady and she's very, very sweet. Not Enoch is not the old lady. The horse is the old lady. Just to be clear. Is this one evil or sweet? I think this one is ambiguous. It shows up at your window like an omen. This is very anatomically incorrect. None of these muscle fibers make any sense. Counteract the omen by keeping a carrot on hand. That's a good idea. I think that would make him go away. If you gave him like a little snack. I think that works for most horses. That's my theory. You draw so nicely, though, it just works. Thank you. I practiced a lot. I hope it shows. It's very difficult for me to gauge how good my art is. I don't think I'm bad. I just think it's difficult for me to like really see how good or bad something is. Because sometimes I could just produce something that's terrible. And everyone will compliment it. And I won't know that it's terrible. Idea. Lighting idea. Okay, so the lighting is coming out here, and this is in the foreground, so the shadow of the window would be like right here. So I would really want to brighten up everything in this square. I am streaming again. Feels good to stream again. I talked about this on previous streams, but my life has been kind of hell for the last few months because I was sort of homeless. This is lore. This is lore of me. I hope it's better now. It is. I'm currently living with my girlfriend, who is very wonderful. I'm living with them and their partner, their other partner, I should say. It's very, very nice. Yeah, it is lovely. In a confusing way. Well, so I've recently just had to come to terms with the fact that a lot of my family is just very transphobic. And it took a lot of... It took a long time for me to realize that. And by the time I did, they kind of kicked me out of the house and rendered me homeless. There's like so much context to everything that I'm talking about right now, and it's very difficult for me to like, not to talk about it, but more so like I'm just afraid of not giving enough context and making things seem incorrect, or the information I'm giving makes things seem incorrect. It's been a very weird few months. A lot of my family just doesn't want to talk with me at all, which is very, very sad. Yeah. My family has like said some like really transphobic stuff on here, and maybe one day I'll be brave enough to talk about it directly, but I just don't feel comfortable yet. I don't know, like talking about this stuff in like a public setting where it's going to be like immortalized as a YouTube video that anyone can like just go back to and look at is kind of scary. But I also just, these experiences were real, and the things these people have said to me were real. It's just didn't want to make an uncomfy situation public. Don't worry about it. I'm the one talking about it. I talked about it pretty extensively last stream. I'm glad to be back too. It feels good to just be active online again. Like the living situation I was in prevented me from streaming because there was just a severe lack of privacy. And respect for boundaries that I was not able to find time for myself to stream. And I became so focused on just trying to make as much money as possible that I had to like pick up a part-time, well, it was full-time for a while, it's part-time now, but I was working full-time at like a thrift store at which I'm still working at. not happy about working there, frankly. The people there are nice, but I can't stand working there. I'm really hoping I'll get some kind of like decent work soon with my art stuff, because this is clearly what I want to be doing. I just don't make any money because I'm not proactive about my shit. I think this is done. I think there's like a few details I want to add to this. With this skill, you'll be there in no time. It's been almost 10 years. I think I'm just doing something wrong. Either that or I've just been extremely unlucky. And I'm inclined to believe that if it's something I'm doing wrong, then it's something that I can fix. And that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. Sometimes I just gotta rough it out. Man, when do I stop roughing it out? When does that happen? I have a government that's like out to fucking euthanize me. I have a family who would rather see me homeless. And I'm still here, despite all of that. Hopefully someday you'll end up where you want to be. I kind of am in a place I want to be. I'm not really making a lot of money, but right now I'm living with like people who love me, and I get to come on here and I get to paint and enjoy things. If anything, I'm just working a shitty like part-time thrift store job, which is like anyone else. Like I'm not like an A-list celebrity online. Which is fine. I don't need to be. I just wanna paint my little pictures and talk to my little gay friends about my little gay pictures. And I don't want the government to take away my estrogen. That's all. That's all I need in my life. Sometimes I wish you were content. I'm not content all the time. What would make you content with where you are? What would make you feel like, okay, yeah, I like where I am right now and can keep doing this for an extended period of time? And it doesn't have to be like your peak career. I don't like thinking of like my personal achievements and my personal goals in the mindset of a career. 'Cause I feel like that emotionally destroys me. I really, really love painting and writing and just making stories for people. And I obviously want to do this as a career because it gives me the capacity to do this at a like greater spectacle. I can just do more with bigger budgets. I get to work with more people. I get to make cooler things. Strictly because I just do it as a career and I can make money off of it. And those are kind of what I value out of this experience. Making this stuff is very important to me, to my soul. You seem to have a healthy attitude nonetheless. I try to. You don't see all the crying. You don't see all the weeping I do in the shower. I feel like I'm just as vulnerable as anyone else. The weeping is important too. I agree. A nice stability between work and hobbies isn't bad for me to find. I think that's a good thing. I think hobbies are much more important than work. Finding something that you like to do is more important than a job. I work because I need to pay bills. And I need to pay bills because we live in a horrible capitalistic system that's eating us alive. But I do my hobbies. I do my hobbies because I want to. And if we weren't living in a horrible capitalistic nightmare, I would still be doing those hobbies. You've been working 10 hours a day consistently, and it's been sucking my soul. I understand that. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. God. It's just, like, all killing us. Just the amount of work that we have to put into everything, and with absolutely no pay, and just, like, grocery prices. And now America has... Okay, so... Warning, I actually don't know what the rules are about talking about, like, politics and stuff on Twitch. I know that we get, like, labeled with, like, a little political tag or a little trans tag, but it's very difficult to talk about my trans experience without talking about, like, the horrifying politics that we're going through. And the fact that we've, like, elected a fascist dictator as a president. Um, it sucks. And I worry that, like, in the place I work and places I go online, like, me talking about myself is going to be seen as a political stance or a political statement because I just want to be a girl. To be clear, I'm non-binary. I label myself as a trans woman, but I'm really just kind of a lot of different things that kind of change all the time, so it's just using the term trans woman is a lot easier for people to like grapple onto and have like a basis for. Look it out of context. I get like harassed at work. I get sexually harassed at work. New concepts are hard for people. Oh, whatever. I feel like trans woman is a hard enough concept for most like cis people to wrap their head around. Especially when you get people on their social media and TV telling them what to criticize. I think social media is toxic, and I don't think it's because social media itself is toxic. I think social media is currently constructed in a way that makes us toxic because it's run by billionaires that are trying to feed algorithms for the purposes of engagement. And frankly, like half of them are run by fascists. Twitter's run by a fascist. I don't use Twitter anymore. If you're following me on Twitter, you might as well unfollow me because I don't post on that website anymore. I have my Blue Sky link right at the top. Blue Sky has been really nice. Blue Sky is kind of just like I'm inclined to say that it feels like Twitter before the Muskrat took over, but it feels like a lot more than that. Like I watched this video by Hank Green where he was talking about how like the website doesn't actually suppress stuff when you put links in your post, which is insane to me. And like he was talking about how like all of these other websites, when basically anytime you post a link outside of the website, it suppresses the link because the algorithms or the systems in place are just trying to keep you on the website, not linking away, so they're going to suppress any kind of anything to any other website, and this makes it basically impossible to get any kind of like engagement or revenue in any capacity on these websites. And we just kind of post stuff and put things on these websites because why? Because it gives us engagement. And I think the only reason we post on these websites is because everyone's there. It's kind of a monopoly. We don't really have any other choices. But the thing with Blue Sky is like now stuff like that doesn't get repressed. I can actually promote stuff, and it makes way more sense because like people will still go to those websites because it's an excellent source of, like, it's basically a link aggregator. It's like a way to find things on the internet and a way to share things on the internet instead of being locked to like one kind of just hellscape, you know. Algorithms try to cater to your interests, but it ends up mirroring your immediate impulse and magnifies it. My algorithms show me art and an occasional thirst trap. Yeah. I haven't tried Blue Sky, but I've heard great things. Blue Sky is good. Go on Blue Sky. What I'm using right now is Blue Sky, Tumblr. I occasionally still go back on Instagram. Instagram is still by far the place that I have the biggest following, and I just don't like it there. I don't like Instagram. It's very difficult for me to post anything there. But in reality, this place, Twitch, is my favorite place to be on social media because it's very, very, at least for my experience, because I'm not like a really popular streamer or anything like that. It's very low key. Typically I get like 5, sometimes 15 people in here that I can talk to. And it feels nice. It feels that I can just like come on here and paint and talk to other people who like to paint. It feels good. Small streamer. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll have a larger audience and it'll be harder to have individual conversations. I don't know when or if that would happen, but I do know that I just enjoy what this is right now. And I hope I continue to enjoy what this is right now. By the way, do you have a writing partner? Did you ever consider it for bouncing off ideas and sharing responsibility on work? I've collaborated with other writers. I don't really have like a dedicated writing partner. I kind of have this fantasy about being in a romantic relationship with another writer and writing things together. That sounds really wonderful. But that's not the kind of partner you were talking about. Hey, it was an open question. I do have a girlfriend, but I'm also poly, so that really doesn't change anything. I get to cuddle with my girlfriend and her partner every night. It's very nice. It's not like a throuple thing. I'm dating one of them, and they each have their own other partners. It is nice. That horse is looking meaty. It is meaty. He's very meaty. He's the horse with a carrot. He's fine. He's fine for now. Maybe soon. Maybe someday. What happened to the host? The horse. Sorry. What happened to the horse? I hope he's in a sterile environment. He's fine. He's just come to tell you about he's come to tell you about loved ones that are going to be dying in the next couple years, and how they'll die, and when they'll die. Just lick his lips a bit and he'll be fine. I like to think that this is just like a normal ass horse, and he just looks like this. He's completely fine. He just needs some snacks. I think this is done. I like where this is right now. Where's Horsey Tail though? It would be like right here. Oh, it's covering that. Like right here, it would be off screen. I like this. That space is filled up. I kind of like this wall being empty. Although maybe I could add something. I don't know what I would add though. I do kind of like the idea of this just being a very clean environment with this very messy thing intruding in on this very clean environment. Maybe, you know, I think I have an idea of adding something there that would be unobtrusive or not too much. Yeah. Maybe just one more branch off of that. Yeah, just a tiny little detail. Only slightly dingy now. Yeah. This is good. I like where this is. Oh god, it's almost 1 a.m. I'm gonna have to go to bed. But now people are here, and I like talking to them. I think I'm gonna be here tomorrow too. I've been streaming the past 3 days in a row. I'm gonna be trying to do. So you still do commissions, by the way. I am in kind of commission hell right now. There are a ton of commissions that I just didn't get done because I did not have any kind of control over my life. It really depends on the commission right now. I took a bunch of commissions on like a while ago that I never ended up completing, and these people paid me money. They weren't interesting. It wasn't that they weren't interesting, they just didn't pay a lot. Like they were just like a couple $100s, which sounds like a lot, but it was a lot of work. Like there was this guy that made me do an entire tabletop RPG for like $300, which is ridiculous. I think I made that guy, I think, like 25 illustrations that each took hours, like several hours. I think 10 to 15 hours. The whole project took months and months and months to complete, and I was just so underpaid for that shit, and I just can't do that again. And these tiny commissions that I was getting paid like sometimes $75 for were just a lot of work for just absolutely no money. But these people still paid me, and I still didn't get it done, and I need to refund them. I'm just kind of broke right now because I've been homeless and kind of starving. I've talked about this stuff in a previous stream, but yeah, it really depends on the commission and how much it costs. A commission that I did take on that did pay me a really good amount of money, like a reasonable amount of money. I did a bunch of sprite artwork for Vampire Survivors, which was really, really cool. If you played one of the DLCs, I did a bunch of little skeleton characters that you could fight. Little skeleton enemies. It's very fun to do. They paid me a lot, and they paid me quickly. And that was... Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my hair here. It was very, very good. For Vampire Survivors, that's huge. Yeah! I occasionally get, like, an actual job. And I want to see more of those. I guess I just don't post online consistently enough to like attract people to pay me for stuff like that consistently. Played the shit out of that game. Yeah. I also did... There was a tabletop game I did a bunch of artwork for it. It was this like um storytelling card game. I did this like a card expansion for it that was like um it was like Friday the 13th theme. It wasn't Friday the 13th like explicitly, but it was like this sort of like camp mascot horror serial killer kind of thing. And I did a bunch of artwork for a bunch of cards. Um, it was produced by this guy named Stefan. Oh, and this guy named Seven is paying my friend Enoch. I, I can't talk about what the project is or how much they're getting paid because I think there are non-disclosures, and also I think generally that might not be a good thing to talk about publicly with anyone. But my friend Enoch is getting almost a year's worth of pay, like a year's salary of like a normal ass job to make cards. Like I think 70 something cards, which is a lot of cards, but it is a lot of money that they're getting paid for, and I think they completely deserve it. And I need to find work like this so I don't have to work at a fucking thrift store anymore because I can't stand working there. I feel like I have the right talent, the right artwork, and I just need to put it in front of somebody. Like the right person. I'm gonna sign this. I'm gonna sign this right up here. I have some connections. I get like nervous talking to my connections because I get like I generally want to be friends with these people, and I feel like immediately asking these people for work is gonna make them not want to talk to me. Doesn't hurt to ask casually while maybe showing them something relevant. Yeah, I think you're right. People have their own life and there's stuff to deal with. Yeah. Signed. That's a good signature. It's a good artwork. Let me put it in reverse just to see it. God. I'm really proud of the lighting on this one. It just like looks real. I mean, it doesn't look real. It looks like a painting, obviously, but it just there's something about the lighting that just like really pops out to me. It's real good. Thank you. I'm very proud of this. I'm gonna post this online and just title it Peter the Horse is Here and get 1 million likes because it's a Family Guy joke. The Skin Purveyor. Okay, I really do have to go to bed now. I think I'll be back tomorrow. This is a good like evening routine. I won't be here like every single night because there are nights I think I just want to spend with my girlfriend. But get some sleep. I will get some sleep. Thank you for coming. It means a lot that you guys come on here and talk with me. Anyway, I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow. I think I'll give out more of a like a notification of when I'm streaming. I forgot to do that yesterday, but I'll do that tomorrow. Good night. Love you all.